EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Right to the air is Jackson. And his first pass is incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the option, here's Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 22. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. ETN. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now we see the first throw of the ball game, and he's got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Straight ahead, Etienne. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 19-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point attempt to come here. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. 7-7, our score after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Yasir Abdullah making the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julio Jones from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. ETN up the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We saw plenty of throws like those in the swamp last fall. It's a 1st down for the rookie from Florida. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Okay, great.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Now they'll audible to something else. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got it. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And now an audible here into something else. Right back to him on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Eluding the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tank Bigsby. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, it can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 23 yards on the play. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julio Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
3rd and 5.
Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. That one unable to develop, never got... Not going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Behind the chain, second and 12. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Henry out of the pistol. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Throwing is Lewis. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Now ETN to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On first down, right back to ETN. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This complete to Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Second down and 3. Now Lewis. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Justin Simmons firing all the way in from his safety position. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Looking to throw. Lewis. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Lewis looking to throw on second down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jags, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.